Oromo Liberation Army has changed its strategy, or it is working on a new strategy, it seems. Welcome to My Views and News. Thanks for watching the channel. Three main news stories in this video. Firstly, uh, it seems that Oromo Liberation Army, the armed group operating in the Oromo region of Ethiopia, is working on a new strategy. It is following this new strategy. How effective is this strategy? Secondly, Tigray dissident fighters are holding some internal discussions. They are trying to agree on common agenda, and a new name has been coined for them. Lastly, Djibouti viewers, I have been updating you about the plight of Ethiopians in Djibouti. They're being harassed, plain-clothed. Security officials have been harassing them. Now videos are coming in from Djibouti showing that Ethiopians are being rounded up, bundled into vehicles and taken to unknown locations. Let's start, viewers. Firstly, Oromo Liberation Army seems to have changed its strategy. OLA, though it claims that its destination is Addis Ababa, but in the past it remained entrenching itself in its stronghold, Western Oromia. Then it made progress and advanced towards Central Oromia. It did carry out some attack in the past near Addis Ababa, but very few attacks were carried out near Addis Ababa. Now it seems that Oromo Liberation Army has changed its strategy. Instead of only focusing on Vallega, on RC, it has decided to carry out attacks in and around Addis Ababa. 3 attacks have been carried out by the Oromo Liberation Army in the last few days, very close to the capital. Firstly, these armed groups learning from each other, I think. Fano learned from TPLF, Tigray fighters. TDF tried to start a military-style war against ENDF. That cost TDF. It became vulnerable to drone strikes. It suffered losses. It had to retreat. Fano learned from it. They have launched a guerrilla style of war. They don't support the formation of large military units, which could be vulnerable to major attacks by the Ethiopian National Defense Force. Secondly, Fano relied a lot on hit-and-run attacks, on ambush attacks. OLA has been carrying out ambush attacks in the past too, but I think after Fano managed to destabilize the entire Amhara region by ambush attacks, by hit-and-run attacks, OLA increased its ambush and hit-and-run attacks. So in the last 3 to 4 days, 3 attacks have been carried out by the Oromo Liberation Army. Surprise attacks, hand grenade throwing attacks mainly. Firstly, I reported about Shannon Hotel, which was attacked. Secondly, in a video a few hours ago, I told you what happened in Sabita, where a police office came under attack by OLA. Thirdly, Salulta was hit. Salulta, just 20-30 kilometers away from Addis, was hit, and OLA sources claim that military suffered heavy losses in this attack by OLA. You see, Bishafto, Sabita, Salulta, all close to Addis Ababa. Obviously, Sabita and Salulta closer to Addis than Shagar. Bishafto at a distance, but still not very far away from Addis Ababa. So it seems that OLA, firstly, will focus more on hit-and-run attacks in coming days. It will try to carry out attacks in Shagar and maybe in Addis Ababa too. Can OLA carry out any attack in Addis Ababa? Because if it manages to hit Addis Ababa, that could ring alarm bells. Addis Ababa is the city visited by foreign dignitaries, by diplomats, by tourists, by key uh, regional international players. If somehow OLA fighters manage to enter Addis and carry out attacks there, hit and run, hand grenade, that could lead to real pressure upon the federal government of Ethiopia. Let's see. Secondly, viewers, Tigray dissident fighters have held some discussions still ongoing. They are now trying to agree on a common agenda which they want to be shared, which they will share through different media outlets reportedly. They are finalizing their demands. What are their demands? Political demands. Though they have been speaking about, they've been saying they want youths to be in charge in Tigray. They want people to step aside. One military should, this military should be neutral. It should not support TPLF. But now it seems they are finalizing their demands in black and white, and we could see a manifesto detail of demands by them soon. A new term is being used for these dissident fighters: TSPF, Tigray Special Peace Force. I don't know if this term is used by themselves, by these Tigray dissident fighters or their supporters, but they're using this term. This term is being used by them, TSPF. Others are calling them Tigray Liberation Fighters. Some call them Tigray Freedom Fighters. So we'll see which name they take. And we'll have to wait to see their agenda, to political agenda, obviously. I think in coming days, they will release a list of their demands. Good to see that, because if they release a list of demands, talks can be held. I've been saying that these Tigray fighters should be engaged, talks should happen, their demands should be listened to, and they should be demands and claims should be demands and concerns should be addressed in a political manner. Military operation is no solution. Lastly, viewers, Ethiopian suffering in Djibouti. Djibouti has been relying on Ethiopian imports, exports, earning billions of dollars by handling Ethiopian imports, exports, is refusing to allow non-documented Ethiopians or Ethiopians with not sufficient documents to live in the country. They're being told to leave, though deadline is the 2nd of May. Deadline given by Djibouti's government to Ethiopians is 2nd of May. But before the expiry of deadline, action has begun. I told you yesterday about Djibouti's intelligence agents taking action on Ethiopians, arresting them arbitrarily. Now videos are coming. Videos show Ethiopians in Djibouti being detained arbitrarily, rounded up and bundled into vehicles and taken to unknown locations where no one knows. At least no action should be taken until the expiry of the deadline. It's, you know that Ethiopian embassy in Djibouti requested 3-month extension, 3-month deadline, but Djibouti refused. Instead, Djibouti security forces have already started action on Ethiopians. What will Ethiopia do? Can Ethiopia somehow put pressure upon Djibouti? Does it have any cards to play against Djibouti? Or does Ethiopia agree with the action being taken by Djibouti? Illegal migration should be discouraged. But Ethiopia is also a victim of this illegal migration. Eritreans, Sudanese, South Sudanese, Somalis, they enter Ethiopia without documents. Watch the clip from Djibouti showing how Ethiopians are being treated there. Thanks for watching.